Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I promised you that I'll be doing that Insta poem video, but okay, so this morning a video went viral in my country, and safe to say it's triggering a lot of people, women especially, and it's also triggering me, alright? So if you're Malaysian, then you know what I'm talking about, but if you're not, then you're in for a treat, and maybe, just maybe, you'll be just as angry as I am, and also angry as the rest of us. If not, then I'd say good for you, I guess. So we're gonna look into this video. I don't know if she's ever going... No, the original video has since been deleted. Actually, this is the one that I guess some people re-uploaded on the internet. So it was baffling. Now here's the thing. The reason why I want to do this video is because, number one, I want to clear some misconception. Because apparently a lot of people are using this video as an ammo against this speaker. So the speaker is actually a very well-respected ophthalmologist and motivational speaker. Now she has been a motivational speaker for quite some time, even back when I was in school. So this is not her first rodeo, not her first time talking about this issue about women, about responsibility, about marriage and stuff. She even has her own TV show. Now she's a very well-respected figure. In fact, I actually respect her a lot. Well, except for the fact that her eye specialist center is really expensive. I mean, except for that. But in other parts, she's great. But this one video really makes me question a lot of things. I don't want to lose faith in her, but at the same time, please, whatever it is that you think, do not go and attack her. She probably doesn't mean it in a bad way, but let's just say that this video is not giving her a good look, and I am trying to dissect this. So the video will be in Bahasa Malaysia, and I will be providing subtitles if there are non-English speaking people watching. I mean, I'm not that famous, but one can only hope. So we're gonna look into this video.
Wanita menghargai lelaki kekuatan mereka ketua. Orang lelaki walau macam mana suami kita, dia tetap imam kita. Kalau solat kita pangkat besar macam mana ke office, kalau kat office tu kita ada seorang pekerja am, seorang CEO perempuan, bila berimam siapa depan?
This is one I agree with so far. I mean, she basically saying the right thing. I mean, being a Muslim, and then in Islam, the imam, the leader in prayer, are male, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's not about anti-feminism, it's not about misogyny, it's about knowing your responsibility. It's not, a lot of people think that just because Islam doesn't have, like, Islam say that there's no female imams, doesn't mean that Islam, like, pushes women out of the road to responsibility, as if women, like, have no function. No, women have a lot of function in Islam. In fact, to Islam, women are extremely important. Women are the pillars of society. Islam does not prohibit women to be successful in any way. So let's continue with this video.
Seorang perempuan walau macam mana you all, please mesti kita celebrate apa yang Allah beri tentang kepimpinan lelaki.
Okay, this is not wrong. I'm not angry. I mean, yes, Islam does put men as a leader, but that does not mean that women are lesser than men. If we go back to what is the definition of a leader? A lot of people have misconceptions about leadership because they think being a leader, oh, it must be so great, it must be so sweet because, well, you get to be on top, you get to direct people, you get to tell people what to do. Well, that is like a very superficial examination of what it means to be a leader. Being a leader is a huge responsibility. A lot of people, they abuse that power because they did not see, they failed to see the relationship behind it. You see, if you're a prime minister, your duty lies in the millions of people, millions of citizens that you have to protect, that you have to care for. If you're a husband, your responsibility lies in your wife or any child you might have. You being a woman in Islam does not mean that men can step on you, does not mean that you simply have to obey men. You are the companion. You are a companion. You are not a servant. You are not just a maid. You are an equal. Women are equals. The only difference is that, okay, men has to lead the prayer. Everybody has their own function in the world. It's just that the way they dictate the function that cause a lot of people to have misconception about Islam, saying that Islam doesn't care about women. That's actually a lot of bull. It's not. I can't explain to you much, but please, whatever you do, educate yourself and actually ask someone who can explain this better than I do, because I'm here to just simply explain the video.
Lepas tu imam pun lelaki, Nabi-Nabi pun lelaki. So we have, jangan sibuk nak liberate, nak berdiri, nak sama-sama lelaki. No, nanti you punya sibuk nak buat apa lelaki buat, testosteron meningkat dan bagi siapa.
I'm gonna have to question this one. Here's the thing, all right? This is where things get really screwed up a little bit. I didn't realize that fixing the broken bulb in my kitchen makes me a man. I didn't realize all of a sudden I had a penis just by changing a bulb. I didn't realize that I had a penis just by, I don't know, driving from KL to my home after I finished my class for the week. I didn't realize that driving all the way to the East Coast for a vacation with my friends without any male companions is apparently that's when things get really, that's just why people get really triggered because of this. She's basically saying, you have men around you, don't try to compete with men. Their ego is just that fragile. You have to protect their ego. So which means that whatever it is that I can do, let's say that I can drive by myself. I can go on a vacation by myself. I can pursue a career. I can get my master's degree. I can further my studies, further myself in my career. Forget about it. Don't do it, because men's ego and pride are that fragile. Because apparently, to succeed in this world, for men to become leaders, women has to hide everything that they can do. Moving on.
Belum kahwin, lambatlah jodoh. Siapa tinggi testosteron, asyik nak drive, nak achieve, nak independent, memanglah.
So basically she's saying that women who are independent, women who are achievers, women who have their own career, women who are go-getters, it will be hard for them to find their husband. It will be hard to find a husband because that's just the way they are. Because apparently men doesn't want women who are achievers. Men don't want independent women. Men want women who are submissive, who are like, oh babe, I don't know how to open this bottle of peanut butter. Can you please help me? Is that really the kind of thing that you want to educate to women? Really?
Orang lelaki suka perempuan lembut-lembut, high estrogen, mengharapkan perlu ditolong.
Let me tell you a story, okay? So my dad took early retirement when I was in primary school because he has health problems. After that, my mom becomes the sole breadwinner of the family, and my dad essentially becomes a house husband. So imagine if my mom is a woman just like what she described. You know, the what bodoh type. Imagine that, just that. Imagine that. What could happen to me? What could happen to my family if my mom cannot even open a bottle of peanut butter? You know that you can actually, oh, by the way, pro tip, do you know that you can actually just dip the lid I mean, we learned that in science class. You dip the lid on hot water and it will open. You don't need a man to do that. You need to learn science. What is wrong with this video? Why? How can this woman that I highly respect, a woman who is a professor, says something like this? I cannot brain this.
Biarlah baca bodoh-bodoh sikit. Tu boleh lah. Kalau siapa yang lambat-lambat jodoh tu, tengok you punya karakter macam apa.
Oh! So the reason that I'm still single is apparently because I'm too independent. Oh, wow! So apparently it's because I have to be stupid? I have to pretend that I don't know how to drive? I have to pretend that I don't know how to even change a bulb? So I have to pretend that I don't know how to change from HDMI 1 to HDMI 2? Is that it? No. A lot of people are twisting her words. They're spinning that as if, like, especially at the what bodoh type, a lot of people have misunderstandings. A lot of people misunderstood that she's actually telling women to be stupid. But after dissecting her actual meaning about it, it's still messed up. So for those of you, I mean, like, who are defending her, thinking that we don't understand that what she's referring to, I do understand what she's referring to, and I still disagree. Apparently, these people think that, why can't you just be grateful that your partner knows some skills? Why can't you just be grateful to that partner? The most important thing in marriage is understanding. That's more important than trying to be submissive. Why can't marriage just be about two people who complete each other? I mean, no one is perfect ultimately, right? I mean, like, even, yes, no matter how skilled a woman is, there will always be some parts that she's lacking. And it is up to the husband to complete it. And no matter how strong and brave the husband is, there will always something that he's lacking. So it is up to the wife to complete it. To complete each other. That's what you're there for. Not to boost the other person's ego. I'm not gonna hide the fact that I can drive. I'm not gonna hide the fact that I can change a bulb. That I'm not afraid to use a ladder and clean the fan. Clean the ceiling fan. Yeah. What are you gonna do about it? What? Our male ego and pride are that fragile to the point where you can't take it when your wife knows something that you think is too masculine? Let me remind you of something. Prophet Muhammad's first wife, Siti Khadijah radiallahu anha, was a businesswoman, a successful businesswoman, before she met her husband, before she became his ultimate love. And then you have Prophet Muhammad's other wife, Siti Aisyah radiallahu anha, who was a female scholar, mind you. A female scholar so famous and popular that even the men came to her for advice. Now, the Prophet Muhammad never say, Aisha, my darling, please, don't be too smart. You're stealing my spotlight. He didn't say that. So I don't understand, where is this coming from? Why do all of a sudden, like, women have to hide their ability to please men? Be yourself. I'm not denying the existence of women who don't know like some things, like they cannot drive long distance. I mean, maybe they cannot, some women are just like that. But that does not mean that women who can do all these stuff need to hide their abilities for the sake of pleasing the male ego. Why? Why can't she just say that, hey, in marriage, you have to respect each other. I mean, even if the wife is a doctor, even if you a woman, you are like a doctor or CEO or even the freaking president, you still need to respect your husband, which is still a good lesson. It means that don't let your worldly status affect your relationship with your husband. Even before my dad got retired, my mother has higher salary than my dad, and I've never seen once that my mother disrespected my dad. No, she respected him. They respected each other, and that's what's important. That's what she should have said. She should have said you should have respected each other, because it's important. Respecting each other is important, not making one a sucker for the other, not turning women into idiots. I've watched this video a lot of time already, and I cannot even try to defend it anymore. You want women to become bodoh. Basically, you're saying to become submissive, pretending that they don't know some stuff, pretending that they don't have the capabilities, pretend to hide their specialty, hide their skills for the sake of pleasing their men. That's not right. Why can't men just be grateful? If they find a woman who can change the bulb, who can do their own plumbing, who can maybe like do light fixing with the cars. You find a woman that you don't have to worry about, that can protect themselves. That woman is a keeper. So I was editing this video, and I remember that there's a Facebook post that I actually shared with my friends about this. There are other people that talks about this. You want to know what happened? That post got removed. Apparently some of the professor's fans reported them to Facebook. There are other posts as well, from an account that I did not see, from someone that I did not know. But apparently my friend shared to me that the post also got taken down, and the guy's account got blocked, got temporarily suspended on Facebook. But you want to know the good news? I managed to get a screenshot. Well, I did not get everything, but like about 99% of the stuff there. So I'm gonna share it with you. Like, okay, this is actually a post from Azahs. She gives response to the issue, and then she says she acknowledged that it's not that the audience do not understand what the professor was trying to say, but it's her word choice that was a problem. And then she said that a lot of smart men, a lot of men that are smart, that are intelligent, good men out there are actually looking for intelligent women to marry, because you want someone that can talk to you. You are on the equal level of intelligence. The prof used to say, the most unfortunate women in the world is the ones that chose their husband wrongly. But women who improve themselves, who is trying to better themselves, who's trying to make themselves stronger, more independent, these are the kind of women that is trying to prevent that from happening to them. Because fact is, statistically speaking, domestic abuse, toxic relationship happens more to women than to men, significantly, because of this kind of mindset, that women needs to be submissive, that women needs to count on everything on men, to the point where they are abused, they're too afraid to leave their abuser. Yes, she acknowledged that sometimes the fight for feminism can be a bit extreme, and I agree with that, which is the reason why I hate to call myself a feminist, because the feminist movement nowadays is not like what it was. I mean, feminist movement back in the day actually means something. You fight for what actually matters, but there are still women in other countries that cannot get proper education. There are still women who are struggling with domestic abuse. There are still women out there who have to work extra hard, even though they have better skills from their male peers, but they have to work harder because men always win. That is the fight that matters, not the fight of not wearing a bra. So she also acknowledged that there are women who are very egoistic in the office and also at their homes. This is actually what Professor was trying to aim for, but it ended up being something like, oh, instead of being humble, instead of being respectful, respect and submissive are two very, very different things. Just because you are respectful to your husband does not mean that you are submissive. The fact is, these days women have to be smart. Women have to know what they want. Women have to express what they want out of this relationship. Do not let everyone, the other party, simply dictate the direction where the relationship goes. I mean, you both need to steer the wheel. You both need to have that balance. So I'm really pleased with this post. And then also, I'm also going to share something. Like, my friend actually posted this morning. This was the one that, the post that brought the video to my attention. It upsets me to hear an opinion that the reason women lambat jumpa jodoh is because they are driven to achieve more in life, which makes the level of testosterone in themselves to be higher, while men like women with higher estrogen. So women who are very soft-spoken and that they have to, bodoh-bodoh sikit. Yes, that's the word, naive. Basically, they have to be naive to get men's attention, because men naturally like women to depend on them. And yeah, I'm baffled. You can't be telling self-sustained and self-assured single women that they are not enough because they lack in those areas and becoming the reason they have yet to find their better half. This is such an irresponsible choice of words, if I were to give it the benefit of the doubt. Women are struggling enough with all the societal expectations put on them, and they do not need this, really. When we hear rape cases, we blame what the women are wearing. When we hear infidelity cases by the husbands, we blame the wives for not knowing how to care for their husbands, while cheating is always a choice. When we hear domestic violence, we blame the women for not knowing how to choose the right husband. Now that we hear unmarried women who marry late based on society standards, we blame them for not being soft-spoken and teaching them to be a little bit naive. This is perplexing and upsetting. I'm thankful I'm never surrounded by people who tell me that I'm not enough until I am married. My parents never once pestered me to get married. Relatives ask me what I am up to when they meet me instead of asking me when I'm getting married. My parents' friends tell me to live my life and achieve what I want and say it's okay even if I'm not yet married. They celebrate me for who I am, for what I do. That's where my conscience comes from. I'm worried of my dear fellow sisters who are concerned of their jodoh means fate, being pressured by society, and when they listen to the so-called reason of, you're getting married late, we feel like, oh, it's because you were not this, you're just too independent. Learn to be careful with our words and be more empathetic. You have no idea what people are dealing with. I'm worried that if the message is messy, who will then be responsible? Like staying in marriage, acting dumb, and accepting incompetent husband just for the sake of being married? Yes, Islam teaches us men are leaders, and Islam also teaches us men are the protectors. That's where we women learn to depend on them. But Islam also never teaches us to be docile just to get the one. Hopefully the professor's army did not get to her. I'm at loss for words. I understand what she's trying to say. She's trying to say that no matter what you do, no matter where you go, you have to remember to respect your husband. But I cannot accept the fact that she has to include the stuff about being docile, pretending to be something that you're not. That is unacceptable, especially when she's referring to your situation before you get married, saying that the reason why me, a single woman, is still unmarried is because I'm not docile enough. It's because I'm supposed to be like very ignorant. I'm supposed to pretend to be ignorant so that men will find me more appealing. Men have different tastes. There are men who like independent women. Who are you to determine someone else's preference in their wife or husband? Why is this even a discussion? Why Why is this even a thing now? I don't know what she's trying to achieve with this. I think that maybe she should have said something differently. Her word choice are just extremely poor. I don't think that any parents out there send their daughters to universities to get a degree, to get a job, to get a career. Women who built their career and their parents who are proud of it, in the end to be a bimbo, to be someone that they're not. You have to be true to yourself. I really hope that she can get through this. However she's going to respond to this, I hope that she's got something good up her sleeve. Because people are angry. And I'm angry. Especially when I've seen that there are some people also who supported her. Saying that, yeah, those are the kind of people that you should avoid. I'm also planning on avoiding such people. So that's all for today. I am going to drink some water because I've been angry. I've been so angry right now. Bye.